day. Welcome to another beautiful day here at Fly Yoga. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. We love you. We love you. So, what is Fly Yoga? Let's discuss that. So, I come on 10 minutes early every day. I take Sundays off. Sundays are my sacred day or sanity day, however you want to look at it. And then Mondays, we do meal free Monday. So we fast on Mondays. And then Tuesdays, we do Talk Less Tuesday, where we try to do less speaking and more listening. It's perfect if you can do it completely silent, but it's very hard to do a YouTube show completely silent. it's it's YouTube has its challenges as it is. For all of you that have not done live video, I highly recommend trying it because you find out what you're made of. Because you see a whole bunch of people pop on, and you're like, "Wow, look at this!" All of a sudden, there's all these people watching. First, usually it's like one or two or three, and then all of a sudden it's like 15 or 20. And then as you speak, they start leaving. And you're like, what did I say? What didn't I say? What should I have said different? What did I do different? Am I wearing the right clothes? Am I smiling enough? What am I doing wrong? Oh, and we've got more light now too because yesterday the power went out during the rainstorm. And as a result, it fried one of my light bulbs because we had a power surge. It was really weird. Uh, I had enough electricity to work the internet, but I didn't have enough electricity to charge my phone or to work my stove or what else did I try? My hot air popcorn machine. None of that. None of it would work. But we did have internet, which is really weird because it's usually like none of the above. That's how it goes. Done. Over. It sounds like we have some specials on downtown today here in San Mateo, Rio Hondo, Oaxaca. So first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that shows up and checks out my videos, that shows up live, and that checks them out recorded, that shares them, that likes them, that subscribes to my channel. I'm so grateful for all of you. I appreciate you so much. It makes me smile to know that what I'm doing is helping people, because that's my goal, is to help people live happier, healthier, and more harmonious lives. That's it. And we all have the ability. And it's not about gaining things. It's about letting go of stuff. It's not about accumulating. It's about letting go. And our issues are in our tissues. So that's why we practice yoga. That's why we practice pranayama and asana and meditation, because it allows us to work those issues out of our tissues. Buen dia, Paula. Buen dia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because you don't want to carry around your issues with you, because if you do, they eventually manifest into dis-ease, to sickness, to illness, and then that's going to show up in your body. But if you do these preventative practices like yoga, pranayama, asana, and meditation, it transforms everything from the inside out, because everything in this universe comes inside out. Inside out. Everything here is a mirror of our thoughts. Thoughts become things, so think thoughts with wings. The happier your thoughts are, the happier your life is. The whole kind of game of being alive is catching yourself when all of a sudden negative thinking shows up, and you start thinking about, oh, I'm going to get a new something, and then all of a sudden your mind says, no, you can't afford that, that won't work, we don't have that. And it's just a game of every time that your mind jumps on you and says, no, we can't do that, you say, switch. No, I don't want that reality. I'm going to let that whole reality go. And that's how you change it, by letting it go. Switch. And the more you do it, it becomes habit. So when when I'm hiking in the forest, all of a sudden a negative thought comes up while I'm working on something, and I go, switch. I don't want that. I don't need that. No, I'm going to change that reality as soon as I become aware of it. And as soon as you become aware of it, then that's your chance to let it go. And once you let it go, it doesn't have to become your reality, which is beautiful, because once you let it go, you can shift timelines, and you upgrade, and you change dimensions to the self of you that doesn't have to deal with that situation or scenario. Isn't that beautiful? It's so beautiful. So it's just saying hi, Pamela, saying hi. Ow! I hope you're having a beautiful day, and thank you for your engagement. I appreciate any comments, any ideas, any questions. Throw them down there. That's what we're here for. We start practice here in a couple of minutes. I come on early to answer any questions and just to chat and to see how everybody's doing, because I want everybody that's watching my videos to be having good, happy, healthy lives. And so I'm here to help you do that, because that's kind of my job. I'm 55 and I live happy and healthy and harmonious. And that's pretty good, because it's not a common thing in our in our society. But I've chosen differently. I live differently. I live on the top of a mountain by myself in Mexico. I'm not in the matrix. I don't deal with all of the regular stresses that people have, like family stresses, workplace stresses, community gathering stresses. There's so many different stresses. Even just going to the grocery store is a stress, because when you don't do what everybody else is doing, and you don't like, and you see people in the grocery store, you can tell just by looking at their cart, before you look at them, what they're going to look like, exactly what they're going to look like. You can see a picture in your mind just by their food of what these people are going to look like. It's that transparent. It's really that transparent. And I know this because I worked in a grocery store. And I used to look at people's food, look at people's food, look at people's food, and then all of a sudden look at them. And I was like, yeah, okay, this is why you're like this. This is why you're like this. This is why you're like this. And the beauty thing about working in the grocery store was we had all these different departments. And so none of us were being paid well enough, because that's the way the system works. The minimum wage is there not to make you rich, that's for sure. So everybody was stealing from their department. Everybody in the grocery store where I worked was stealing from their department. All the people in the meat section had meat issues in their body. All the people in the dairy section had dairy issues in their body. All of the people that were working in the mainstream shelving areas, they had all of these issues in their body. And it was all conducive to how people ate. And so I saw that, and I was like, wow. I was the one that wasn't stealing from my department, because I'd only eat organic, and they made they made me work in the day, and I was vegan. And I was like, oh, it was the hardest thing in the world for me. I was slicing meat, and they made me slice, and because they knew I hate it, but I did it anyways. And I asked for a transfer. Please send me to produce. I love produce, and I got employee of the month on my second month being there. But yeah, it was too hard for me. I couldn't deal with it, and the only reason I took the job was so that I get my tooth fixed, because they had a dental plan after 6 months. But which saved me a lot of, which would have saved me a lot of money, but I only lasted 5.5 months, so I never made it to the dental plan. But I just realized by being in that environment how much food dictates how people are. And the people that would show up the earliest for coffee were like, coffee. And they were like zombies. And I was like, this stuff can't be good for you. Because look at what it's doing to people. Coffee. I can't function without my coffee. Uh-oh. Well, then it's not you that's functioning, it's your coffee. All right. So I just had to go off on a tangent there. Feeling feeling fantastic Friday. It always makes me feel a little chatty. So let's get into some pranayama. We'll start with cleansing our space. We're going to use a little Palo Santo. Yes, it's always important to cleanse your space when you're doing spiritual work, to clean the ether. No negative energy around anybody watching my videos. No negative energy around anybody on the planet. Only positive, loving energy for everybody. And in my space, only positive, loving energy. And around me, only positive, loving energy. Everybody that sees fly yoga is infused with positive, loving energy. We practice here on Fly Yoga loving kindness. If it isn't loving and it isn't kind, we don't do it. Those are our rules. And especially to yourself, because that first and foremost is most important. As we say, fly. First, love yourself, yoga, your own godly awareness. All right, so as always, let's start with some Om tuning. So we have our Om tuning fork. Get yourself seated in a nice comfortable position, cross-legged or half lotus. Get your spine nice and straight, nice and erect. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to fill up our whole body cavity through the nose, your stomach, your chest, your head. And then we're going to exhale to Om. And we'll do 5 rounds of that because I love oming. It's my favorite. I just love attuning. When you attune yourself to your environment, you attune yourself to everything going on around you. So here we go. Inhaling through the nose. I love attuning. Makes me feel so good. It makes me feel just bubbly. All right, round 2, inhaling through the nose. So good for us. So good for the universe just to share this beautiful attunement. Round 3, inhaling through the nose. The primordial sound. Om. All right, 2 rounds left. Second last round. Inhaling through your nose. Last round. Really fill up your body, the whole cavity. Bring in all that air. You can just return to regular breathing. And we'll set a little intention for today's practice. My intention for today is for everyone that is participating in the videos to live a happier, healthier, and more harmonious life. If there is any way, shape, or form that I can be of service, please feel free to reach out and contact me. I'm always interested in helping, and I'm good at it. I've done a lot of stuff. I've healed myself of a lot of things, and I continue to. My nose is still is a work in process, but wow, it's doing so much better. Hey, well, speaking of that, let's do a little. No, let's finish with pranayama, and then we'll get to that. But that's well, we can do that. We can incorporate this with pranayama. This is just a little practice that I learned while I was studying. So if you have any issues with your nose, these are two things that you can do. Number one is you massage yourself right here between the eyeballs. It's a 3-part massage right at the top of your nose, and then right down in the middle again. Nice light massage. Massage the stuffy, if you got a stuffy going on in there. And then lastly, you take your thumbs and put them right up and just push your nose up. Not lots of pressure, but just enough there. And you'll feel that nice release in your sinuses. You'll be able to breathe better. Another one that I learned, which is really cool, is we'll grab our right hand and grab the side of your nose, and then grab the side of your face and pull back the skin. And then turn your head to the right and breathe through your mouth. All right, now I'll go back the other way. Ooh, tickles. And we'll do that on the left side. So grabbing the nose with the left hand, pushing with your hand right through your face. Just push all that skin back. Nice little tension there. And twist to the left and breathe. All right. You can hear my sinuses are better already. Sometimes I have a release though, but that's okay. I might have to blow my nose really quick. But those are two little. I'm always looking for ways to heal the body by soma, by using the body. So that. Releasing the sinuses. All right, so that's all done. Now let's get into some pranayama. So we're going to do some Tesla breathing once again today because I'm really enjoying Tesla breathing. It's inhaling through the nose for 3 counts and then holding the breath for 9 counts. And then we exhale through the mouth for 6 counts. So 3, 9, 6. Tesla. So here we go, and we'll do 3 rounds of 10, shall we? Because we love Tesla breathing. It's so good for us, and I really noticed the change. I love the fact that it's a short inhale and a long break, and then a long exhale, because this activates our parasympathetic nervous system and brings us into a more relaxed state of consciousness. So here we go. Inhaling through the nose for 3. Hold your breath for 9. Exhaling for 6. Inhaling through the nose for 3. Hold the breath. Exhaling through the mouth. Thank you for the like. Inhaling through the nose. Hold your breath. Hola, Benji. Exhaling out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Hold the breath. Exhaling out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Hold the breath. Exhaling out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Hold the breath. Exhaling out the mouth. Last 2 rounds. Inhaling through the nose. Hold the breath. Exhaling out the mouth. Last round. Inhaling through the nose. Hold. Exhaling out the mouth. And relax. Turn to regular breathing. So the reason we practice pranayama is because it takes us from a fight or flight reactionary state of consciousness, and it activates our parasympathetic nervous system, and it brings us into a more relaxed, calm state of consciousness. And when we're in this relaxed, calm state of consciousness, we make better decisions, we make better choices, and we feel better because everything is happening slowly instead of this. There's so much information coming at us right now. It's just mind bending, and it's on every level. It doesn't matter where you go. I feel for me that I'm always I love sharing, but I hate that I overload people with too much information. I feel like being part of the problem, not the answer. How are we doing here? We still got the green light? Let's just check. Yay! Woohoo! Good news. Yes. All right. We'll do one more round of pranayama, and then we'll get into asana. Actually, let's leave extra time for some asana practice today. I'm feeling bendy, so let's get bendy. So we'll start. We'll do a poem. We'll do our affirmation, and then we're gonna get into asana practice. We'll start with today's poem. It's called Heart Star. The world is shifting. Cosmic energy uplifting. Mother Earth is ascending. New frequencies mending. Our vibration increasing. Unease and distress ceasing. Time loving its grip. Time losing its grip on our infinite trip. Remembering who we are embracing our heart star. Yes, 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 yes. That one has to come out. Okay. And then today we will do our affirmation, which is Louise Hay. And now we'll get into our asana practice. So please repeat after me out loud with enthusiasm. I am worthy of all the love, success, and abundance the universe has to offer. Everything that I desire is already on its way to me. I trust the process and allow the universe to bring me what I need. Each day I am becoming more alive